Hey everyone, just wanted to do a quick video on automatic fish feeders because I'm going away for only a few days, but I've gone away as much as 10 days before and gotten away with a couple of tricks. So these feeders are awesome if you have a small tank. So this is a 30-gallon planted tank, only a few fish in here, don't need very much food. So this is great for flake food or small pellets. You can program up to 3 or 4 times a day to feed. Awesome. But when you have a larger tank, like my 300-gallon, poses a dilemma. That little feeder would do absolutely nothing but feed 2 of the 50 fish that are in here. So what I use is a cat food feeder. So they sell dog food feeders and cat food feeders. Both are not perfect for this situation. They also sell a pond feeder, but it's more expensive because it's waterproofed, and I don't need that for this situation. So basically the same thing. You can program it to feed a few times a day, and it even lets you set the feed size, which is just the number of cycles it'll dump out of the bin. You can see I don't have that much food in there because I'm only gone for 3 days. Let's see if I can show you inside. You may not be able to see, but yeah, there you go. So I kind of pile it up in a cone shape too because it tends to take it right from the middle. So that way it'll ensure that it fills up properly. So the tricky thing with this thing is, though, it by default dumps, even on its lowest setting, way too much food even for this tank. So I probably can't show you this. No, I can't. But it's going to fire off any minute. So basically that cylinder there turns and the other side of it is open. So it's like a cup right now, it's filled with food. And then when the timer fires off, it'll spin and dump whatever food it's collected. But again, it's too much food. So what I did is shoved a piece of, actually glued a piece of tubing in there to block off most of that cup right there. So it holds a third of the food it used to. So now it delivers a perfect amount of food that I would feed them normally if I was standing here. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this manually because I'm not sure when the timer is going to go off. So there it goes, dumping its food into there. And that's it. Fish are fed for the day. So if I set it to fire twice a day, and then, yeah, good to go. The other issue with vacation is water evaporation. So luckily on this tank I have an auto top-off tank under there, 20 gallons, which will last a good 2 weeks or more. So that I have not a problem with. And as far as other tanks, the trick is just to overfill them. So this one has a sump as well, but it does not have an overflow. Auto top-off. So I'll overflow this tank almost to the top, and same thing with the sump. I'll fill it up and just cross my fingers the power outage doesn't go out, because then obviously the sump won't hold all that extra water. But my sumps are calculated pretty well that not much water goes down there if we do have power outages. And here in Florida we have a lot of them, but our electric system is pretty well designed because it usually just flickers. We get transferred right to another part of the grid almost immediately. So because we have so many hurricanes, we have much redundancy in our electrical grid. But anyhow, that is my tips for auto feeders and vacation. If you have a big tank, something over 100 gallons, you may want to consider one of these. I think cost wise it was less than 50 bucks, 40 something bucks I think. There you go. Happy vacationing.